Welcome to How Not to Souls, jron here, and today we're looking at a Dark Souls 2 Dexterity, Faith, Intelligence build, mostly melee oriented. I call it the Guardian of Dark and Fire. If you want to look at our numbers, there we go. Straight up Dex build with Intelligence and Faith for added damage into our weapons. As you can see the numbers, pretty well rounded for a Dark Souls 2 build. Nothing too crazy. For weapons, our main was a silver black spear, along with the chaos rapier. Also, the pyromancy flame for the fire things, the dark sunset staff for the dark things. We have the hexer's hood on for extra casts of our spells, and gives you a 1 to your faith and intelligence. The shadow top, because I just like how it looks. Engraved gauntlets for an extra 5% chance on crits, and that procs more often than you think. It is actually pretty wild, and it also applies on spells, so it's pretty awesome. Bone King skirt, I just liked how it looked. I think it matched with what we were doing pretty well. For our rings, we got the Ring of Blades +1, Lingering Dragon Crest ring, third Dragon ring, and Calanthropy ring. Other rings of note, the life rings, the King's ring, for yes, opening the King's door, and it gives you some fire scaling, dark clutch and fire clutch rings, and oh yeah, you can also utilize the Abyss Seal too. That gives you an extra 7% damage on your hexes, but you take extra damage, kind of like the clutch rings, but a little different. And other weapons I also enjoyed on this, the Dark Fume Knight Sword, the rapier was also really amazing, and I wanted to use the katana, the black steel katana, fire infusion, worked out really well for me. Loved it. I thought it was a pretty nice addition. But that's that. Also for our spells, mostly a buff-based situation. So we got Dark Weapon, Flame Weapon. You could use the Miracle-based hexes as well. I thought this was more efficient on the Intelligence-based ones. Dark Orb for our projectile, and we would pepper in Dark Fog every now and then, because I thought having a poison cast on the build worked out really well for us. On the fire side, like I said, Flame Weapon. We always had a projectile such as Fireball, Great Fireball, or even Combustion. Not really a projectile, but you know what I mean. And I also threw on a Toxic Mist and Poison Mist on occasion. Toxic Mist was in the build right when I got it. I thought this was a huge thing on the build. Super fun, super awesome. Poisoning enemies, intoxicating enemies is really worth your time. Overall, pretty decent build. A little underpoised. We did have other armors for that, which we're going to go over now, apparently. What did I use? Oh, Fume Knight armor. Yeah, once I picked up the Fume Knight armor, it was pretty much all over with the heavier, the more poise-ridden fights. Overall, pretty good build. More of an idea build. I've got a lot of ideas off of working this build for future builds. But if you're looking to get back into Dark Souls 2, you've never played Dark Souls 2, I think this is a fun one. Thrust-to-wing weapons are really good in this game, so that's also a plus on this. And katanas aren't bad either, but thrusting weapons such as rapiers and spears are pretty wild. And with the dark or the fire and fire buffs, it works out really well for you. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the footage, and I'll see you later. Peace out.